Yo, the funny thing about this shit is you literally the greatest ever, bro. Um, I had to sit with myself today, and I just got home, right? And the ironic thing about being famous, being a celebrity, right? Being an entertainer, being anybody that's doing things conducively or doing things, multitude of things conducively to inspire, to elevate, to enlighten, to educate, whatever it may be, right? I noticed that all of these individuals have a thing in common, right? When you're doing something with the goal of just doing it and being the best at doing it, and the competition is not there, right? From the aspect of, for example, I don't need to be better than my brother because my brother is my brother, right? Meaning that we could give energy back, vice versa. We could give ideas back, vice versa. I don't need to compete with the person that I believe is ahead of me because ultimately I could ask them for advice. I could ask them for perspective. I could ask them for guidance, right? I don't even need to compete with myself, right? If I'm being honest, because if every day I'm striving forward, if every day I'm pushing forward, if every day I'm doing one thing that's allowing me to become more aligned, to become more fearless, to become more directed and guided, then ultimately speaking, it's like I'm getting closer to the version of myself that I always knew I could be. And I think sometimes, bro, that main thing and that main component gets lost in us chasing money, chasing women, chasing emotions, feelings, or running from ourselves, whatever it may be, right? And then we wake up 10 years later and we're broke. We don't live the life that we want. We aren't living a life that we want. We have regrets. We have people around us that we don't want, right? We don't have the diet we want, the mindset we want, all of these things. But every seed that you plant has been watered, right? And this is why I say discipline isn't discipline. Discipline is your discernment, truly, right? And I'll explain that because when it comes to discipline, right, your brain does not like discipline because discipline to your brain seems like a job, right? For example, it's like most people love what they do at a very young age because as you continue to learn, gain wisdom, uncover the layers of yourself, remember yourself. A lot of us have incarnated a couple times, and this is, you know what I'm saying, one of those lifetimes. You tag on emotion, you become emotionless. You know, you're aware, so everything that you're doing is like your third eye is seeing it. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing just with these two eyes, the veil's lifted. And that's very great, but sometimes it can be it could be kind of like devastating in your downfall because your inner child gets lost in the midst of that, right? You're so intelligent and smart now that you can't just be a kid and have fun anymore, right? You got to make this certain amount of money that you can't even go play basketball or do the things that you did when you were 10 or 11, right? Or enjoy the things how you enjoyed them when you were 10 and 11 because you're trying to be so perfect and so ideal, right? And this is why I speak about the journey of life is very indifferent and very marvelous and also very like mind fucking because not only are you trying to find yourself, you're trying to figure out what individual is that person need to be while still figuring out who the fuck that person is, right? Now, trying to figure out who that person is also you have things and people around you who are telling you that the person that you are can't be the person that you're trying to be because that person doesn't exist. And in their eyes, that's the truth. But once again, when we talk about planting the seed, it's like when you can see it, it doesn't matter who the fuck believes in you. It doesn't matter who the fuck supports you, right? Because when you have vision and you can expand upon your vision and you can use that vision to not only help yourself, help the version of yourself that you're trying to get to, but then on the other end of that, help others, inspire others, you know what I'm saying? Like push others to be authentically closer to who they are, because it's like no matter if you're doing music, content, clothes, art, all these things, right? It's just you being Picasso, right? It's just you with your pen on your canvas and you just write every single day though. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you have a good day, a bad day, it's like, bro, go write a bad song, even if you don't feel like doing it, right? Like, go to the studio and just try to make a terrible song just because, just so you can get the frustration out, right? So you can get that feeling out, right? Go to the gym and get a workout in. You know what I'm saying? To free up your mind, to free and release stress, the tension, all of these things, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go out and speak to new people, because what's gonna happen is we have been conditioned and indoctrinated so much, and this is specifically to my young men, right? Like when it comes to like porn and social media and all of these things, it's like I think people demonize these things so much with not even realizing what they are. All of these things, especially like social media and soft porn in general and all these things, it's like it's escapism, right? If you had a girl laying next to you right now, right? Do you really think you would be going to watch porn? Probably not, right? If you were living a life that you could say that you were fulfilled in, you were in a career that you were fulfilled in, you had a relationship with God that was strong and discerned, right? So that your steps and the things that you were doing were guided, not just by you, not just by your own understanding or thereof or lack of, right? You're ordained at that point. Do you think you will really have the time, the energy, and the essence, right, to be around people that don't love you, to be doing things that you don't love, to truly be putting your time, energy, and emotion and spiritual cultivation to something that you don't want to build, that you don't want to develop, that you don't want, you know what I'm saying, to help or inspire or, you know, curate of any kind? Probably not, right? So what I mean by that is what I'm saying is like, live a life that's fulfilling to you, right? That could be going up, walking to a stranger and saying hi, right? That could be getting a gym membership, right? That could be reading books, expanding your consciousness, expanding your mind, right? That could also be getting healthier, right? Taking out the trash, cleansing your nervous system, right? By regulating it, meditation, deep breathing. It could also be by, you know, getting out of toxic environments, meaning a 9 to 5, a relationship, you know what I'm saying, a hometown, you know, wherever it may be, right? And what happens is when you declutter and you take a seat back, because I think all of us need to do this because we're moving so fast when we're young that we don't take the time to just sit the fuck down. And we don't take this time to just sit with ourselves. And this is why a lot of the shadow work that we're not doing is being projected in relationships, is being projected onto people in conversation, is being projected at the workplace, is being projected in a lot of places because we don't know how to heal. So we harbor, right? The things that we go through, we just think we go through those things and now it's just the end of that and now we just move forward. When actually everything energetically harbors, you know what I'm saying, no matter where it may be. But until you face it, right? Until you face your demons, which is facing yourself, right? You can never be fearless. You can never have so much faith in God that you could be hanging and dangling off of a building. If your trust in God and your faith is that strong, you know that you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? If your faith and trust in God is that strong, you know that on your last dime, your last buck, right, that you're going to be exactly what you envision up here. And I'll repeat this shit again. I don't give a fuck if the world is telling you you're not going to be this thing. It can't work. There's no evidence. Someone has done what you're trying to do. Someone, right? Because there is no such thing as an original thought. We're recycling everything, whether it be poetry, clothes, any form of your pen, right? Because I just said you're Picasso, right? If you can write it down and you can depict it, it can be materialized. If you can think it, you can perceive it. If you can perceive it, you can conceive it. If you can conceive it, then it can be fucking materialized into reality. So therefore, it's like everything that we do on a daily basis, bro, just attempt to be the highest version of that. Don't look at social media's ideals. Don't look at the algorithm, and don't live like algorithmic to a degree. Like, don't base your life off of hashtags and opinions and societal culture. Not saying be under a rock, but if that shit is none of your business, bro, mind your fucking business. Because what's gonna happen is when you start doing that, you're gonna start to realize that what doesn't concern you doesn't concern you. So therefore, it shouldn't, right? And then you can start healing. Then you can start getting better. Then you can start making more money. Then you can start actually genuinely building a better relationship with self. You can learn money. You can learn to respect money, right? You can have a CEO mindset with money instead of being a consumer, right? Be a producer. Instead of being, a regurgitator, be a creator. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a bot, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to do the distinction of being woke or being, no, bro. If you're being yourself every day and showing up as yourself, right? You're not seeking attention. You're not looking for validation. You're not doing things out of the norm in which aren't you, in which you wouldn't do, in which like you're not conforming and looking at society for your guidelines and perspective, etc. You're just doing what the fuck you want to do. You're gonna win, because like I said in my last video, life rewards authenticity. Life rewards your greatest, most vulnerable, most prolific, you know what I'm saying, just overall just most endearing moments, and those things people need, those things you need, those things are conducive to making this world spin. I promise you. We need each other. I truly believe that we appreciate each other deep down. We be, just not know how to verbally express it, but ultimately, I'm nothing without y'all. People that watch my videos, the people that support me. It's like when this thing is, I'm one of the biggest creators, and what I'm saying, in the world. It's like these videos for me are going to be very much instrumental, because it all starts in the beginning. Nobody's really watching in the beginning. Nobody's really paying attention. And then ultimately, when you make it and when you shoot up and you blow up, everybody's looking at what you did as being very instrumental. Everybody's going to go back and pay attention to what you did, right? And notice, okay, he said he would do this happened. He said that would happen, that happened. He did this and this happened, right? So I'm giving y'all the keys, bro. Like, you have everything you need inside of you. Stop going outside of yourself to believe, right? Because your subconscious mind doesn't know what's true or false. That you can't do what you want to do. That you can't be who you want to be. That the things that you truly want and the things that are truly for you, and that your soul, right? Not your flesh, not your ego, not your pride, right? Because as men, we thrive off of these things, or we believe we do. Really, it's our detriment. You know what I'm saying? It deteriorates us. But we think that just because we got testosterone, that we need pride, we need ego. You know what I'm saying? We need to have jealousy, or we need to compete all the fucking time. And truly, that's not the case, bro. Like, every day you wake up, you get a better version of yourself. Because every day you wake up, you're turning a page. You get to choose the life that you want to live. You get to choose the habits that you have. You get to choose the people that you have around you, right? If this means you have to walk a lone path, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace at the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And what I mean by I'm saying this is, would you rather have people around you who don't give a fuck about you, will slime you out, would take from you, right? People that don't love themselves. So how the fuck could they possibly know how to love you or care for you or check on you or appreciate you, right? Or have gratitude towards you? You deal what I'm saying? Like, how could the opportunities that you're getting, if you're not in alignment with them, if you're not ready for them, right? If God has not lifted the veil off your eyes, and if you still sleep, how the fuck are you going to be able to see? You deal what I'm saying? So once again, it's like every single day, don't worry about the bad days. Don't worry about the downfalls. Don't worry about even the fucking mistakes. Every day, move forward towards being the highest version of yourself. Every day move forward to being the best version of yourself. I promise you, God will not let you down. I promise you, God is directing your steps. I promise you are protected by more than you know. And this is me speaking from my soul. I promise you, you're going to be everything that you are because you already are that person. God is bestowing you the thoughts, the dreams, the foreshadowing. He's giving you everything that you need to be exactly who you are right now. It's not going to happen in the next 5 years. It's not going to happen in the next 10 years. It starts today. It starts with you getting on BandLab and making a trash song today. It starts with you picking up your phone and recording today. It starts with you buying a sewing machine today, right? And then the thing 10 years later materializes into you being a star. But you seen that in your head 10 years prior. You seen you being who you wanted to be 10 years prior. You seen it happening 10 years prior. It just took that much time to catch up, which is why I talk about timelines. Nigga, sometimes it's okay to be ahead. It's okay to be in front of things. It's okay to not always fit in. It's okay to be authentic, because when you're authentic, you're real to yourself, and you can be real to yourself. Everything around you has no choice but to reveal itself. I promise you, whoever's watching this video right now, you are going to be exactly who you want to be. We live and die by one thing, which is our decision. So if you are choosing to make the decision to be who you want to be, everything will come behind that. Everything will come into fruition. Everything will manifest how it is supposed to for you. Because this is your life. This is your journey. And this is the ride that you are getting on for yourself. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. It does not go unnoticed. Not one of them Hollywood niggas. Thank you. Truly, once again, thank you for just even watching these videos, even supporting me, even finding a time out of your day to even, take the time to, just show me some love, bro. That shit means the world. Thank you. I'm out, man. Go.